see life through a clear lens, 2020. Only thought be to get some money. You want a body, just call the army. After I'm done, I'm on the Metro North, passing Croton Harmon. I see life through a clear lens, 2020. Only thought be to get some money. You want a body, just call the army. After I'm done, I'm on the Metro North, passing Croton Harmon.
So here we have our session opened up, and the first thing I usually do is, first thing I always do actually, is listen out to the whole track. I listen to this track 100,000 times, so I know what everything sound like. But I will listen to the track, and then I will start doing some edits, taking out some dead space or some words that's clashing that just don't make sense, and I'll just take that stuff out. Then after that, I'll start putting grouping my vocals together. I'll put all my vocals into a group, and then I'll send it out to a bus. If you don't have the processing power to handle all of these plugins on one track, you're going to want to bus your instruments or your vocals out to auxiliary tracks and then load up your plugins on that, because some computers' processing power can't handle this. I have a computer that can handle all of this processing power when I'm adding plugins to individual tracks or even doubling up on aux tracks. Once I get my tracks grouped, and then I bus them to a separate bus or whatever buses that I need to bus it out to, I then make sure all my levels is at 0. It doesn't matter if the track is higher or lower, if it's all out of sound, it doesn't matter. I put all my tracks on 0, and then I'll put a gain meter on all of my tracks, and I'll adjust the gain meter, my volume levels at that point when it comes to the gain meter. So let's see what this sound like with everything taken off. If you don't know how to take everything off all at one time, you can select all your tracks and then just start clicking everything off, and everything that's selected will follow suit. I'll show you how to turn everything back on in a second. So we have everything turned off, and this is what it sounds like.
Niggas just seem kinda bigger, but you pick your battles, and God know you ain't different. Any opportunity to show that you with it.
I see life through a clear lens, 2020. Only thought be to get some money. You want a body, just call the army. After I'm done, I'm on the Metro North, passing Croton Harmon.
Sound like with all of the plugins turned off. So now let's turn all the plugins on. So let's highlight all of the tracks, and all we have to do is just start turning everything on. Everything turns on one at a time. So this is what it sounds like with everything turned on.
Niggas just seem kinda bigger, but you pick your battles, and God know you ain't different. Any opportunity to show that you with it.
I see life through a clear lens, 2020. Only thought be to get some money. You want a body, just call the army. After I'm done, I'm on the Metro North, passing Croton Harmon.
So now that's what it sounds like with all the effects on. So how does this work? On my master vocal chain, I have this pre-saved as a template. So anytime I do any vocal recording, I'll slap this right on it, see how it sounds, make adjustment and tweaks for each and every vocal artist that I work with. So like I said, the first thing I do is I make sure all my levels are 0, because I'm not caring if any instrument or if any vocal is louder than the next. I don't care. I'll adjust that levels with the gain meter, and each one of these have their own specific volume level. So after I'll do that and adjust the different gain meters, I'll put on this Waves EQ, because I only use Waves plugins when I'm doing any mixing or mastering, whether it's I'm mixing my beats or mixing any type of vocal, anything like that. So any vocal mixing or any beat mixing, I'm using Waves plugin. So I'm using this Waves here. I'm increasing a little bit of the low mids and bringing up some of that mid highs in this vocal for this particular vocal. I'm also taking out the syllabants. This is like, when your P's and S's and your T's and that high pitch silence in your beats, I'm taking that out, softening it, not taking it out, because you can hear when something is dead stop. So I'm softening it so that way it gives it a groove within a beat, especially when he's rapping. Then I use my Puig Tech MEQ5. I'm just adjusting more of the low frequencies, and I'm actually boosting more of the low frequencies and dipping out some of the high frequencies with this EQ right here. And then I throw my favorite, my SSL channel. So I'm doing more EQ processing. So as you see, I'm doing a lot of EQ processing when it comes to my vocal mixing. So I'm just adjusting some of the highs, the mids, the lows. I'm compressing it, maybe throwing a gate expander on it. I'm just trying to shape the sound so that way it sounds right over the beat, and it also complements the other rapper that's on the track with him. Then we throw a little reverb. I throw reverb directly on the track, and I also throw reverb on an aux track. When I throw it directly on a track, I give it a very little bit of reverb. I don't give it too much. I just adjust the levels very, very minute, very minuscule, so that way I just hear a little bit of the reverb behind the vocals. Then after that, I put an R compressor on there because I wanted to boost his vocals up a little bit louder, because the first rapper, his vocals was just nice and perfect, nice and loud. But when I was mixing his vocals was just a little bit too light. So I had to add this R compressor on there to boost his vocals to match the first rapper that was rapping on it. Then after that, I was clipping a little bit, not in the red. It was just clipping a little bit. So I throw Smack Attack on it and then just put this clip setting on it. Say like if your 808s, this is off topic, but say like if your 808s or your drums or whatever instrument is hitting too hard and you got Smack Attack, just throw Smack Attack on there, whether it be mono or stereo. Put it on clip. It's going to keep the same sound, but it's going to clip that off. So that way it doesn't come in too hot. You're still going to have the same type of sound, but the sound won't come in too hot. So that's how this vocal track is set up. And all the other vocal tracks are similar, the same, except for this track here. I put more reverb on his ad-lib track here. Now, when it comes to sending things over to the bus, I have more reverb on the bus, a different type of reverb on the bus track. I have another vocal compressor on a bus track, so that way I could lift up all of the vocals, because it was some of the ad-libs in the back that was just a little bit too light. I have my Kramer tape right here. This give it a good type of, I use this really cheat code. I use this really for my drums, but I accidentally put this on the track and I was like, oh, I like how this sound. It just gives it another type of warm type of saturation on top of all of the vocals. And then I just threw another compressor on there to balance out all the levels of the vocals that was coming into this auxiliary track. And this is just a basic setup. I ain't even go too hard on this to go crazy, because you could mix shit. You can mix forever, mix for years and whatnot. But I just wanted to do this something real quick and easy, so that way I can get it back out to the artist that's looking for it, so he's looking to upload it. So as long as it sounds decent, it's loud enough, you got your reverb, you can hear your effects, your pans and left and rights, then you pretty good with it and whatnot. So I'm going to let you hear what the whole track sound like, and then you tell me in the comments how I did. If you're interested in getting any type of mixing and mastering, click the link below, visit my website. This is what we do all day. We got beats at weservebeats.com. Go visit that over there. Go buy yourself a beat or two. Link up with me. Let's do this work together. So let's see what this sound like.
Shorty was like 12 going on 20. See them niggas on the corner over there? We're gonna be out here forever, man. It's a war out here. Mad niggas is dying. Mind elevation, man. Fuck that petty shit.
I said, yo, I said I see through these niggas. Stay around the tough niggas, this seem kinda bigger. But you pick your battles, look, I know you ain't different. Any opportunity to show them that you with it, I don't get it. It's like y'all racing to die. I'ma lead by example, but they questioning I ain't show them how to move, and it wasn't no pride. But any man cross that line, then he destined to die. Like look, I try to map it out, the smartest niggas moving just to prove shit, fighting just to see who hardest. Used to fall right for the shit, but then I realized y'all retarded. We the only niggas in this shit that really got it started. So if I push this shit and really hit our targets, we gon' be the one y'all praise for really turning into artists. And shit, I say it first, said I'm the greatest, I'm the hottest. If it ain't about fame or money, then you gotta move the calmest. Like first, you gotta pay attention, yeah, stay in the zone. Move like chess in this situation, nigga, we grown. I might call the blazers quickly if I needed to tone, but that be only if these pussy niggas playing blue zones. I said, yo, I said I see through you niggas. Stay around the tough niggas, just seem kinda bigger. But you pick your battles, look, I know you ain't different. Any opportunity to show them that you with it, I don't get it. I see through you niggas. Stay around the tough niggas, just seem kinda bigger. But you pick your battles, look, I know you ain't different. Any opportunity to show them that you with it,
hey, yo,
I don't get it.
I see life through a clear lens 2020. Only thought be to get some money. You want a body, just call the army. After I'm done, I'm on the metro, North passing Croton Harmon. Any battle, we gon' take the win. Me and my team, that's what it takes to win. Break your chain, cut off your legs, there's no racing in. Too many frauds, who making them? Cut it out, bagging up soap in the trench. Know what a drought about, the plug came back with the land. Just gotta build the house, boarding up the door with the batteries is what my drill about. Fuck you think, fly young nigga. Bitches love to link, something about my aura and them. It just go in sync, they love me like the color pink. A shark in the water, I won't never sink. Bars be Mike, they hitting every blink. See through niggas cause they dead pussy. It's party G, I'm getting bread pussy. This the army, fuck
I
you
said I
thought.
see through you niggas. Stay around the tough niggas, just seem kinda bigger. But you pick your battles, look, I know you ain't different. Any opportunity to show them that you with it. I don't get it, I see through you niggas. Stay around the tough niggas, just seem kinda bigger. But you pick your battles, look, I know you ain't different. Any opportunity to show them that you with it. I don't get it.